I have an important mission. I need to report this, and that's why it's morning. It's right now 6 o'clock in the morning for me, and I just prepared this new funnel or advertorial from Blissy yesterday evening, and we'll just go over shortly on my opinion on it. I think it's much better than the previous one of this stroller, and let's dive right in. This pillowcase is quickly becoming a must-have gift of 2023. So yeah, you are giving high hopes on, okay, this is something really important, and it's quickly understandable that it's about a pillowcase and something important is gonna happen, and you are inclined to think about, okay, how is this so much important, and you're curious to read onward. And I love the real advertorial style, because just look over the old one, you see it's pretty boring, and this one really looks like an advertorial. It looks like a newspaper publishing. Yeah, okay, Bliss Insider, whatever this name is. I don't think the majority of people would understand that Bliss Insider isn't a real newspaper, it's just a publishing site for them. But yeah, we have some breadcrumbs and a date, a subtitle, and yeah, what's also great of from a design perspective, these backgrounds with a white with this bluish black background, and I think it draws attention to a specific part and just gives a higher value of the wall funnel because of the design aesthetic. And we dive right in here. I think the image is a little bit weak here because they have this very great pillowcase there, and they have also much better images. Like if we scroll down below, because it's satin. Yeah, let's see this one. You can see much better that it's shiny. You can see the brand name on it. So I maybe would flip them out. And what's else? Yeah, this one. This is such a great image. Maybe put this one first, and instead of this where you don't see a face of somebody, always show faces of people. This is just very good for establishing trust. You see the logos on the bottom. It's a little bit cramped, but I'm okay with that. You immediately see some logos, because I was critiquing that they just put in these logos on the bottom. We will maybe, yeah, just let's review it right now. I think that's weak that they put their logos just this much down below. It's a very long funnel, if you see, and they're mentioning it here and just here. It's too much below. Move it up and make it smaller, so you have maybe a scrolling logo bar. And maybe the other copywriter that wrote this funnel or this advertorial thought, okay, these names aren't that known, maybe we shouldn't mention them that early, and if we enlarge the logo, maybe people will think, okay, this is a relevant newspaper. And yeah, I really like the advertorial, so let's jump in. I won't mention everything, but the most important parts. I'm not like the others, exactly. People usually want TVs, video games, the latest phones. So this is clearly speaking with people that are not like the others. And you can already get out 50% of the people that won't buy. And yeah, I'm not like the others. But when waves of consumers started clamoring for a pillowcase, I love the word clamoring, analysts everywhere were scratching their heads asking. I like the word analysts, so like it's a much better word than experts and professionals everywhere were scratching their heads, but maybe get more specific with it. Maybe like sleep analyzers or sleep doctors, something like that. Then again, this is just a pattern interrupt. It has white room. You read onward, you have these dots at the end of the sentence. There's this what, you are just inclined to read onwards. Consumers all over want to get their hands on the Blissy pillowcase. Even kids. You see, this is a longer sentence paired with this two words. It's not even a sentence actually, but it's just creating pace in the sentence itself. Patty's story. Of course, the story is always good. What's confusing in here that there are too many names introduced at once. Because here is Patty and her husband, then my granddaughter Laura, and it's not clearly mentioned who is saying what. Because, okay, yeah, of course, my granddaughter Laura came over the house last week for a sleepover, Patty says. So we should somehow put the Patty says or Patty mentions at the beginning. So if you're reading, because you aren't jumping around in your sentences, it's always linear reading from top to bottom most of the time. And this would just enhance the understandability. And it's great. It's just relatable. It's a relatable experience because a lot of people have just sleepovers and it's just looking into the family perspective. And then we begin with some storytelling. We were all on the couch watching TV and I brought a pillow out so Laura could get comfortable and lay down. Okay, just more storytelling. Maybe the TV you should put in large type. And also the quote, I think this is what I marked here, is great for the storytelling. Exactly. She borrowed the pillowcase to somebody and the next morning she woke up and she told me how clean and shiny her hair was. So you can see immediately that it's about immediate results. You see the customer thinks, oh my god, I can just buy it and tomorrow I have also shiny, beautiful hair. Yeah, why not just buy it today? It's today even on a reduced price, so let's jump in. So here again, Patty says that's not that great, but I'm scrolling also slowly so you can read with it. Emotional connection, exactly. What happened next completely caught us by surprise. So it's a little bit rising the tension. What happened next? I don't like that structure, but for e-commerce, for the average e-commerce user, this is a great storytelling. What happened next? Just creating curiosity on reading onward. What happened next caught us by surprise. Laura said, Nana, if it gets for my birthday, I will be happy as girl. Exactly. For my birthday. So I read through the whole advertorial and it's mentioning oftentimes the gifting and the birthday part, and it's trying to elicit from you as well this emotion. Okay, you can gift it to somebody or you can get it gifted, because getting something gifted places some different value on a product. Getting a product gifted just makes the product lets the product perceive differently. And then we have more social proof, and Patty's story isn't the only one. Exactly, it's right, diving right in. And social proof story, so yeah, just making it more relatable instead of just Patty's story isn't the only one. You're just going onward with the story and saying, okay, here is another lawyer, Blissy user. This sounds a little bit weird. User, sleep lover, or I don't know, would sound great. For about a year now, and it does everything it says it does. I bought plenty. Exactly. I bought plenty. So it's reminding you that you don't just need to buy one, because you can actually replace your whole house, your whole apartment with this kind of pillowcase. And it's also saying quick last minute. So it's saying, okay, you can act now. You don't need to wait and consider. It's a decision you can take now. And that's also the direct response strength of it. With thousands of verified 5-star reviews, yeah, it's just repeating itself. Verified, it's great that it's saying verified. If you have some verified kind of mentioning, you can also go in and add some verified badges. You see here are plenty of reviews. Always add a verified badge if possible. Who would have thought the pillowcase would become the best-selling product of the year? That's great. Social proof, it's giving this viral vibe. Blissy started creating huge waves on social media, and these huge waves are just another word for viral. I think the word viral is currently overused, so huge waves on social media is a great way around it. There are some of the Blissy's game-changing benefits that make it one of the most popular products of the year. Exactly. This is, I often see copywriters do, and they talk about benefits, but they forget that it's in the copywriting scene, there is the talk about benefits and what's the difference in comparison to a feature. And benefits, yeah, of course, I think you understand this as well, but the customer doesn't understand what the benefit is. Instead, talk about the actual benefit, like how the husband is then coming home from work and will see her, or in the morning the husband will wake up and make big eyes looking at her, and this is an actual benefit that matters to the customer. I like to think about it, instead of let's just dive always right into the story. Instead of describing a story, let's dive into the story. There's no time to waste. Ever imagine what it would be like to sleep through the entire night without waking up? Exactly, that's a great benefit. Plus talking about the problem, to sleep through the entire night without waking up. So it's solving, I've got some hair in my mouth. So it's talking about also on how to solve sleeplessness and how it's the most restful sleep somebody had in years. And this is such a great copywriting technique I just discovered in this advertorial myself. You talk about imagine something, and then this desired result, you go onward in the sentence or in this paragraph, and at the end you mention, we don't need to imagine it, we have this product already. So it's really giving this now vibe. I don't have to imagine something in the future, I can get it today, something valuable. So I copied this myself into my swipe file, and I think this is a great technique. I will use it in my next funnel. Exactly, I just mentioned it here, and here it's more about yada yada. Bliss is temperature regulating, which makes tossing and turning a thing of the past. The Blissy pillowcase is so soft and smooth it won't bunch up and become uncomfortable. Your retains approximately 10% of your body heat. Okay, so it's actually talking about effects. Maybe you could mention here, okay, tests concluded that it's retaining 10% of your body heat. So if you tend to get hot while you sleep, a cooling pillow or pillowcase is probably important to you. So it's really talking about the people that get warm in the evening. And with a Blissy, you won't wake up in the middle of the night just to flip the pillow over in the cool. So yeah, that's a relatable problem, flipping the pillowcase. You can sleep through the night and wake up relaxed and refreshed. It will improve the look, feel and health of your hair. You will wake up with your hair looking better than it was when you went to bed. This is a great way of describing the benefit on, yeah, everybody's hoping on some miracle while waking up, and this is a great wording on this. Here it's getting a little bit more harder to understand. The super high quality 22 mm 100% mulberry silk, that's so hard to understand. So instead use a shorter word to describe it, like, I don't know, the Blissy satin world or something, with more imagination, that also describes with the words you use the actual product. You can much easier recall it, and that's the most and understand what it's meant, because 22 mm 100% mulberry silk, yeah, it doesn't say anything. Instead of silk, say how silk behaves. Use ChatGPT or just your large language model to understand, okay, what are words that customers associate with very soft fabric. And I also notice with the Apple product, where these goggles, they brought out these goggles, the Apple, I can't even recall it right now, but that word was much too complex. You could have just said Apple goggles or Apple eye goggles, but instead they had some, I don't know, 3-part a brand name for it. I think that's too long. I don't think it's the reason it failed, but this is certainly a reason or a part you could improve. Exactly. Then it's talking about, again, a benefit. So the hair doesn't have any breakages or ends either. And I know from a lot of hair care commercials where women, or where it's getting mentioned that you're gonna have hair without the frizz, and it's just mentioning the same benefit also here. And I also saw some great before and after pictures of women who have very great hair and hair with some frizz, and you obviously can see the look and feel of it. And it's also just talking to that one. Maybe you could also put in a before and after picture here at this place. Before and after pictures are always great. Wash hair more often. Okay, this is also a problem a lot of customers or women have, that they have to wash their hair so often. And if you can, because women always have this routine with washing their hair, they have to go into the bathroom and really have this multi-step cleaning process for their hair. And if you have now the chance to wash your hair less often with this pillowcase, probably nobody will do, but just mentioning it, how it can be a time saver as well, then of course, I don't know what the price for this product is, but if it's, I don't know, $50, then it's an obvious buy. And here it's using logic, I think, to explain on how this product works. The Blissy pillowcase won't absorb moisture, the natural oils, exactly, because your other pillowcase with the cotton just somehow absorbs all these fats from your hair and your skin, and it's a much harder fabric. And the silk pillowcase, it is much softer, and it lets your fat in the hair, so it's very understandable argument to the common people, and your skin will thank you. Here a great image. Your face is in direct contact with your pillowcase all night, so you see this image is matching with the first sentence. That's very good. Well done. And simple and straightforward. This causes blemishes, dryness, irritation, oily skin, and sleep wrinkles. Yeah, just mentioning what it's about. Maybe add some playful words to better remember. So yeah, I read this paragraph through. Yeah, exactly. Simple and straightforward. So yeah, this whole paragraph is simple and straightforward. It just explains on what's happening and what it can do. And I would use some more playful words, maybe some puns. I always like to prompt ChatGPT or just look on Reddit or other forums for some easily recallable wordplays. And it's like you can take a viral snippet that already gone viral on some platform, and you can just take that piece and put it right back in here, and it will also make your text more viral, and you don't need to invent anything new. It's hypoallergic and hypoallergenic and antibacterial. I don't know the right grammar, but actually it doesn't really matter. Is this really a benefit or problem for the customer? Yeah, I think it's what's actually a problem for the customer and the benefit. If it's less smelly, if it's low maintenance, it solves night sweating, maybe a story about a person that had severe allergy, and I don't know, maybe went to the doctor's office, had some serious casualties, and now with this pillowcase everything miraculously disappeared. But you could actually but having this additional story would be too much in this specific advertorial. You could maybe make a separate advertorial with that story and just focus on the hypoallergic stuff and the antibacterial stuff, and yeah, say goodbye to waking up with stuffiness, sneezing, water eyes, and runny noses. Maybe add a verified customer badge I already talked about. And it's great. Below we have multiple reviews here, but it's already putting in a review here, and I think that's great. It's just not that linear in the storyline, and just giving some more feel to it. And cleaning Blissy won't ruin it. Exactly, that's always a problem, because most customers here will have to care about the product themselves. They have to wash this product themselves. And obvious question, okay, this product is so skilled, and it's just somehow about the fabric. How can I now care for this fabric? and it's just talking about this obvious question the customer will have in his mind. And exactly, and I'm just thinking, okay, now I thought about maybe putting an FAQ in this advertorial would be great, but as it is, I think it's great already. You could put in the improvements of mine, maybe enhance the effects I already put in, maybe some wordplays, but that's it. I think this is a great one. You could just create a new funnel, a new advertorial to test a new story. It's also the best traveling companion, or just use the data from this funnel to see, okay, where did people drop off, what parts did people read most, what caught their attention, where did the people stay the longest, and use that information to create a new funnel. It's also the best traveling companion. I think this is bad to talk about this, because I would pair this immediately with social proof, like a story of somebody that just now obligatorily takes this product with them on every travel, because no, I don't think a brand creates a pillowcase for other people to take around. And having a relatable story at this place is making just much more sense. Blissy definitely adds flair. Okay, why did I mark this? Look and feel light years better than any other pillowcase you've ever tried. Looks like it was made for a movie star. Yeah, it's okay. The wording, look and feel light years better, a movie star, made for a movie star. I think you're too direct with your message here. Maybe you could use an indirect but also clearly stating way, so don't talk about it too much, but use a different indirect wording for this fact that the customer will immediately understand. Looks like it was made for a movie star. I can't now think of it, but maybe I will add some in the editing. Everyone loves Blissy. Okay, now we are coming to the reviews. I don't know if they are real or fake. I'm not that bad about fake reviews, because the reviews, you should support your sales message, and you want to compress as much knowledge to the customer in this short little time as possible. And that's why I think creating reviews yourself is actually legitimate. It makes it real. These little logos and emojis make the funnel much more real. And I was thinking, okay, maybe these reviews are all fake, because they are so very clearly written. Also, it's mentioning the full brand name down below, the Blissy pillowcase, also with this uppercase of the Blissy and the B and the P. Little customers write like that, so keep in mind that. I also wrote here that, but probably nobody recognizes that this isn't the correct wording. Maybe just, I don't know, 1% will get wary here. Okay, why is it written uppercase? I don't know. I wouldn't write like this. Yeah, I didn't mention here because it's just again about the gifting experience, as I already mentioned. But that's great already. That's great that it's highlighting it. Maybe give those titles as these reviews a separate title, because now it's cramped together, and the user will easily scroll over here. Maybe read this one, love these pillowcases. Just read the first sentence here, and then scroll down. I'm so thrilled with how I'm sleeping. Okay, you will read onward because it's more of a story. My skin, no more bad head hair and always the right temperature for the aging beauty that I am. Haha, so easy to wash and care for too. Okay, I already just read about this benefit. She's confirming it. I ordered for my family and friends. Okay, I should gift it to somebody or get it gifted again. Maybe the last one you're gonna read. So yeah, the first and the last one are always very important reviews. And exactly, it's creating empathy. Little silly. At first, I thought a silk pillowcase was a little silly. Yeah, a lot of people will think, okay, or for me at least, for sure, that this pillowcase is a little bit weird. Why should I